So the Penguin algorithm was another algorithm, and it basically was another negative ranking factor or a demoter. So it looked for SEOs trying to game Google, and it would demote them or knock them out from the index. And it works on links mostly. Penguin addresses links, but it also addresses some other on-page and some other off-page factors. But basically, Penguin is looking at any over-optimization issues, right? Like Panda was looking more for quality, like good quality. Penguin is trying to keep a check on you. It's like the guy with the teacher with the stick, and they're looking at any over-optimization issues, like. For example, if you build too many links with the backlinks with more than 10% of your exact match query links. So if you go out there and keep doing buy drones, and you're excessively linking back with your money keyword, and you Penguin is going to catch you. The Penguin filter is what's trying to look for that. That's the part of the algorithm that's looking for people doing that kind of link building. So you'll get detected by Penguin and you'll get flagged by them. So. For example, like buy red apple anchors, like too many of them, and they're all going to a page which is buy red apples.html. So that's that's an open, like you're trying to optimize for that page, right? You have the anchor as well in the slug. You have your money keyword. Then if you do that too often and repeat it, you're going to get hit by Penguin. So do not have over optimized titles, alt tags, title tags, URLs, content, and anchors, right, with the keyword. If you're going to be stuffing your keyword all over in the titles and all these different places, including your content and your anchor links and your slugs and this and that, Penguin is going to catch you, because that's what the algorithm does. And remember that negative link juice can flow from an internally hit page to your other pages. So if a particular page has been penalized by Penguin and it starts dropping in rankings, so it's not a site-wide penalty, it's like on a page-wide penalty, right? So if a particular you're building links to buy red apples, and that page gets flagged for too many spam links coming to it, and that page is linking to other pages on your site, then not only is that page going to drop in rankings because it's been hit by the algorithm, and the algorithm will start pulling it down in the rankings, but if that page is linking out to other pages, the juice is going to flow to the other pages as well, and those pages will get hit as well. So Google released something called the Disavow File, where they said if you got hit, we can help you recover. The algorithm will work. Go out there and tell us, like, give us a set of all your spammy links, and just keep uploading all the spammy links that you built, and we'll help you out. I mean, I said this before in this video, so if you missed it, go back to that video. But basically, it didn't work, because if the Disavow File said it would work the way it did, then blackhats would be getting out easily, right? Of all the SEO they did, it would be so simple, right? But everyone tried it and it didn't work. So it was just a joke. It was training their AI and just training the rank brain aspect, and feeding it seed data. I've spoken about that in a previous slide. So if you want to know more about that, just watch that. It's an interesting ploy by Google. So basically, if you have a penalty, the only thing you can do is just start deleting all your toxic links, because then those toxic links will stop passing down the juice. And when Google recrawls all those pages, and it'll see that the links have disappeared from those pages, your site will automatically start ranking up again, because all this bad juice that was flowing down and that was being counted as a negative value by Penguin would get lifted up. You have to go out and delete it. There's no other way. You can't submit these links to the Disavow File, because through the Disavow tool to Google, because even though Google said submit all your toxic links, and we'll cut off all the links in our internal algorithm, and we'll disavow all those links, and so they won't pass any negative juice down. That didn't work. It was a complete sham, and it was not. It was a ploy by Google to just feed RankBrain with good seed data, with toxic seed data, so it could understand and use the data in its algorithm to identify more toxic links. So it didn't work, right? Cutting off the Disavow tool didn't work. The only way to do that, to get out of the algorithmic penalty, is that's given to you by Penguin, was to delete the toxic links. You have to delete each link, go into each link and try and delete it, contact the webmasters or whatever, whichever methods. You have to knock out those links and then drop your toxic link threshold, your toxic link percentage to a point below the threshold. And then your site will start ranking back up as it once did, once you start cutting or deleting these links. And of course, a manual penalty is, some say it's easier to get out of than a Penguin algorithmic penalty. Like a manual penalty is basically when you get a notice inside your search console saying we've taken action against your site, as opposed to an action against links, which is which is a Penguin algorithm. So, which you can get out of by just deleting the links. But a manual penalty, you got to plead with Google. You got to, when they send you that letter, and you got to tell them, hey, I hired an agency in XYZ country, and they were doing bad SEO, and I didn't know anything about it, and I paid them a lot of money. Please let me out of the penalty. I won't do this again. And beg them, and I'll try and fix things as much as I can. And I've deleted these links. I've taken this action. I've improved the content. I've stopped my keyword stuffing. I'm not over optimizing my pages. Here's the proof. Send them an apologetic love letter, and then if they like you, because it's a real person reading, a real person is involved behind lifting the penalty. And so if you can sort of get into their good books and really be like be apologetic, and they'll be sympathetic, and then they'll lift the penalty. They'll probably pass it down to a senior who'll look at it. So, and then if they believe you, and if they really think your case is genuine, or if you are genuine, then they'll lift the penalty and you'll start ranking again. You'll get you'll get out of the sandbox, right? Because with a manual penalty, your site is de-indexed. Basically, you're not anywhere in Google. You can't be found in Google if you get a manual penalty. So that's how you get out of a manual penalty, just in a nutshell. So let's move on to the next video.